YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is Timberborn, Strategy and Tactics, episode 22. So in our last episode, we got ourselves our master plan here. For basically covering the entirety of the Blue Lagoon. We'll start on this end first, make proper use of it, and then we'll go and extend our reach over here, because we're also dredging up this area so that this whole Blue Lagoon can lay at pretty much the same flat depth here. And in addition, we are planning on getting raising up the lagoon by one level of height. So as far as what we're going to be doing or when we're going to be doing these things, I want to get that height level up sooner rather than later. And that's going to require some diversions, I should say, from on here. I know we are getting a larger amount of homeless and we need the central housing district to be finished so that we can properly solve that, but still. I think actually one smart thing that we can do here is, use some of the space that we've got here and just sort of poke a hole. Like, I think that might be a smart move here. We also know that we can uproot this. The thing is, because like we're gonna need to pop a couple of our pumps here, and we want to make sure that they reach properly. Actually, you know what might be a good place for a pump? Right here. We do a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then we do a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And we pop ourselves a deep water pump right here. That will plug directly into here. And I believe that will go, yeah, that reaches all the way to the bottom. From all the way up top here, fully utilizing the Iron Teeth's ability to have their pumps reach down 6 levels. And that's really going to be the kind of the star of the show here, is getting all these pumps up to our latest level and reaching down there, because eventually we're going to have to uproot these. Well, not these pumps. These pumps are fine. These pumps are actually perfectly fine, because they're already at the proper level here. But everything else that was down a little bit, yeah, we're going to need to punch some holes in there. So I think in the interest of raising out the rest of this, we're going to need to scrap this pump. But in the interest of not having our beavers go thirsty, we'll want to get this one online. So what I'm going to do here is I'm gonna up the prioritization of this whole block here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I have an idea of how to prevent strandings. Not death strandings, but rather deaths due to stranding. And I'm actually going to give my beavers a little bit of a break. Yeah, that's right. I'm declaring a 16-hour workday. For the first time in the colony's history, our beavers are going to be getting a little bit of a break. And more specifically, I'm looking for our beavers to all retreat back to this area to go sleep and whatnot, and not just pass out at their jobs, which is why I'm letting them clock out early. The main goal of that is so that we rip up pretty much all the roadways here, cut off all of our buildings here, but in a way that we can get those repaired quickly. So that's kind of my thing. Building lacks power. Oh yeah. And I'd fire them from those, I shut those buildings down, but we already have unemployed beavers, so it's not like there'd be anything more productive for them to do. Which is what, and so it's more out of sheer laziness that I'm not, I'm not doing that. All right, this area is pretty much well populated, as far as our detonations go. So I do want to pop these two. I'll hold off on popping any more while you guys are finishing up. And yes, I do know our planks are still rather low. Luckily, our improvement of the dam here only requires raw logs, and we've got that. We've got oodles canoodles of that. So that doesn't bother me so much. All right, everyone go. All right, well, we got a stranded or two, but we're going to have to make deal. And as we can see, we already have a quite the surplus of population, so you guys are going to have to make do. All right, we're going to drop these two because we already know the water level is... Oop, nope, we're not dropping those, though. Oop. Nope, we only want the roads. Don't want to scrap the don't want to scrap those, but I think bringing all of these things up to a proper height will be useful in the grand scheme of things. And actually, we don't need to scrap that one. We can scrap the road here. We can scrap this. Yes, I know. And we'll worry about the road system over there in a little bit. I'm more concerned about the outside shell here. There we go. And yes, we are going to scrap this pump for the moment. Okay, so now we get our levees. These need to go down here. These will be the dams, and only those will be the dams. And then the rest of these... And yeah, we're going to have to make some sacrifices here. But I want this project up and done for our thing here. Now we're going to need to scrap. We're going to scrap you, and then we just get a 2 tall high stairway here. So we get a 1 for platform, and then we just get 2 sets of stairways, and that's easy enough to engineer. That does not require any drama, unlike our other stairway. And then we just get a couple more singletons here. Get you along here. And then you, my friend, we'll accommodate you for the moment. Although this little section, this little middle area is not long for this world, but we'll accommodate them regardless. All right. Get these going down here. And that should do it. Unless we also need to uproot this area here. We might need to hike this up a bit. Now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, because it needs to match this level, and this is up a level from here. So if we didn't do anything, we would flood all of our wheat fields here. But that can be fixed. We're going to need to make some accommodations here, but we can make this all work. One thing at a time, though, because we've already disrupted a whole bunch of beavers. And in this case, then yeah, vacation's over, because that only sort of worked. We'll let them work at more humane, well, bevane? Oh, what's the scientific name for a beaver? Somebody in the comment section help me out. But more reasonable levels, I should say. Now these guys are still have access due to our stairway here, so that's a good thing. And then yeah, let's make sure that our dam is constructed, like actually constructed, because I don't want them just continuously picking at their at the superstructure here. I want them actually working on the dam, because that needs to be finished by season's end. Otherwise, the whole project is kind of moot. And the builders actually can make their way up around here. Unfortunately, we don't have access to this wood at the moment. Actually, what would be smarter is if we increase these. Yeah, let's just get this area done first so that we get regain access to our wood. Just to make sure that they just finish that. Because ultimately that will speed things up for us if once we get these wood piles, as I've said in the past. Wow, you guys all got stranded. Well, hopefully somebody builds stuff on top of you and you just teleport upwards. Because that's what's gonna have to happen here, honestly. I mean, luckily our second builder's hut is still operational. And then this stairway will make things a lot faster. Yeah, we did take a hit in our water extraction. At least we got this one back online. Yeah, I'm just waiting for them to get teleported up. That's what's going to have to happen here. I mean, it's too bad we don't officially have access to this building up here. These wood storages, because that would be so much faster for them to get the wood. But such is the case when we have excess population. If we're going to weed out some of the dumb ones, then I'm afraid, yeah, that's what's going to happen. You shouldn't have gotten yourself trapped, man. That is the price of progress. One thing I am going to do is set this stuff off here. just so that we have the land cleared for when the water flows. And I don't know if we're going to make this. I mean, we're chipping away at it. I mean, they're making progress on this end as well. But we just need these things. We just need this little section right here. I don't know whose idea was to build this corner piece early. 334. Okay. Water's starting to get a little bit worrisome here. And we're not out of it by any measure. But this thing, this water pump got taken offline. So that will remedy itself. These stairs need to be fixed. But all the more reason for these things to get up and running. I mean, we could do something like this, and then just stick a pump on top of it. Because, yeah, we need to not die of thirst before we finish this project. We have the water available. It's just a matter of the pumping, the pumpitude here. Having enough of that to go around. Alright, this section's almost done, and we can have another pump almost done here, too. Alright, this river dried up, but that we will be dealing with in due time. Ironically, when the beavers die here, we get more workers, because then an unemployed one takes over. Alright, 4.3 days. Water level's recovering. That's good. Because this came back online. No, wait, that never came offline. This is the one that needs to come back online. But we're close to getting this back online. Alright, we just dipped below this level, but there's still 2 whole water levels left in this well here. So I'm not worried. These things are still pumping. The main lagoon is still good. But this is the reason why I want to get the dam up a level, because these droughts are starting to have more and more teeth, as it were. Oh yeah, let's get those two up a priority level here, just to make sure that we're not like lower than we should be when the waters come back in, even if we don't have this whole thing finished. Oh yeah, we should also probably work on this. Otherwise, we're gonna flood this whole area. I know this is a main thoroughfare, but we need to. We may need a sacrificial flood area. Like, we might be dumping the river off to the side for one of the seasons. At least until we get this up and running. Because actually, I think deleting those stairs was a bad idea. Let's get you back online, please. Because I don't want to lose, yeah, this entire section. That was a bad idea. I'm going to drop the priority to just regular for all of these, so that we can save all of these stranded beavers. Because, yeah, that was not the wisest move of mine at all. I'm not going to have this whole section. There we go. All right, so this is hooked back up. Now we need these back online ASAP. Because then once that's hooked back up, this pump comes back online. Man, this is a seriously rough drought that is totally my fault for being seriously rough. Yeah, somebody just needs to build this. Like, just finish building it. And then we have more pump power, and we don't have to be quite as worried. There we go. And we have plenty of unemployed beavers, so one takes the job immediately and starts pumping immediately, and yeah, we needed that. 2.6 days. I mean, I don't know if we're going to make it or not. Well, we're not going to make the whole thing because, again, we're going to lose out on this. But our wheat storage is so high that I don't really care if that floods. Honestly, it's no real skin off my back if that floods. If we lose access to our wheat for a little bit while we update the dam, that's fine. I am going to still try and finish it before the wet season ends. The next wet season ends, that is. Because I do want to capture that whole level, if at all possible. But yeah, once they get these 3 tiles done, then we get access to these again, and the rest of these become a lot easier. 184. Because right now they're all dragging logs all the way over from here. I mean, our log supply has been down in the dumps, but I think it's not accounting for the logs here. Because we don't technically have access to them. I don't think those are counted in our supply. But once they are, then we'll be good. We'll be good. We have all this lumber, and we keep cutting ourselves off from it. All right, 2 tiles left. Water supply still triple digits. One more tile. You can do it, guys. They can reach this lumberjack flag, interestingly enough. All right, come on, 2 more logs. Now someone just needs to build it. 1 day left. And we're done. And now they're back online. And now our wood supply is now officially much better. Wow, our carrots took a hit. Our carrots took a big hit. But now this pump is back online, so our water can recover faster. But yeah, now we have access to our regular log supply here and in much greater numbers. So these can all be these are going to go flying up. What I might do is actually, to prevent the disruption here, I might actually build a second dam like further back and then just demolish this. Yeah, that actually kind of works. Yeah, like what if I claimed some extra space for the dam? Like something like this. If I were to nix this and this, actually, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna make room here. What's in here? Wheat. All right, I don't want to blow up the wheat, but I do want to blow up this area, but they need to have access. This tile right here is what's hooking them up to everything. So we can blow up like this platform and whatnot without any issues. And then, yeah, we'll just scrap this whole line right here. We tell you to rip up this wheat. Tell you to rip up that wheat. Actually, we don't need to bother ripping up this wheat. Because we just need to go up one level here. Or 2 levels here, but that'll make that even with that, which is fine. Yeah, so that'll work. We will return wheat to this area. We'll live off of our stockpiles for the moment. Boy, this is getting low, too. This is reason number 573 why we want to increase this up by 1. Yeah, we want these built nice and quick. Okay. So what we're going to do here is we're going to get ourselves a levee 2 tiles tall. Except for that one tile. That one tile is going to be like our keystone. And then, you know what, just to make it easier for us, actually, yeah, here's what we do. We do actually want to rip that up. We rip those up. Yeah, so let's let them rip those up. And again, I'm keeping all of this nice and high on priority because I want them doing this before anything else. Because it looks like they got the outer perimeter done in time, which is good. We're still going to have some epic flooding over here. But we can contain that with some proper... Drought has ended. Oh yeah. Now then, can they not rip these up from one tile away? Because I want to get these basically turned into road tiles. But in order to do that, we need to rip up that stuff. Alright, water is starting to return life to everything here. Oh yeah, let's get you back online so that all these other businesses can resume. Because the water's starting to fill back up. But we might be able to finish this just in time. You guys ever hear of a Kaizen event? Just in time engineering? Alright, they're all just doing this side of it here. I know we have the logs for it. That's not the problem. I mean, this is such a main thoroughfare, we can't just cut it off. Right, so what are we missing anyway? Oh, they're all bringing them over here manually. And beavers are stranded, of course they are. Well, you guys know the price for getting yourselves stuck. Now, what we're really racing against here is the water level. Because otherwise this whole area is going to start getting flooded. That's not going to prevent us from building what we need to build. But honestly speaking, we got to get these going. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. All of these are going to flood. I forgot about that. Yeah, we have some more building to do now. Actually, I didn't quite think this one through. Not entirely. So in our next episode, we're gonna try to beat the rising tides and keep all of our things functional here, or at least get them replaced toot sweet. We might need more builders. We're gonna need them. We're gonna need more builders. We're gonna need more lumber, guys. Emergency! Make it work! Alright guys, if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent, your feedback's always welcome. So until next time, it's been Pinstar signing out. See ya!